This woman is a cautionary tale. And when she's done offering herself to be used up by some of the most vile among us, she will too become red meat, like so many other white women greater than her have done before. But before we even get to how she is revealing herself as the poster child for pick-meism, that brain-eating disease, let's just get into a little bit of how white supremacy is going out real sad. It's getting real embarrassing over there. White supremacists are like those people who show up to a party that they're not invited to, and don't know when to leave and don't know how to take hints, and they keep trying to open other people's birthday presents. Like, they're like the type of kids who blow out another kid's birthday candles. In the days of John Wayne, Marilyn Monroe, FDR maybe, back in the day when all of their skeletons were still hidden in the closet, I could kind of see how the myth of white supremacy would be somewhat convincing to people who didn't know white people personally, because shocker, not only are they humans just like we are, not only do they struggle with the same type of shit that everybody else struggles with, but often their families are fucking train wrecks. Half of them don't know how to raise their own kids. They are defeated by the sun. And these so-called superior genes are literally washed away within one generation of interracial breeding. But aside from that, back in the day when you had, I don't know, fucking Robert De Niro and Al Pacino and all of these like white stars and everything, maybe I could kind of see how you could spin this myth that white was better, especially considering the rest of us weren't allowed to step into the spotlight and completely smoke them the way that we are today. Okay, now this is not a dig at white people in general, but this idea that white people are supposed to be the top of the food chain, are you fucking kidding? Do you see who their representatives are today? You got Trump. Trump alone is supposed to be their great white hope of returning the white race back to their natural place at the top of the food chain, where they're feared and revered, but all I'm seeing is how much they're fucking hated. Trump is an international embarrassment, okay? Billions of people are waiting for this man to die, actively to be dead, so that we no longer have to be subjected to the filth he spreads and the chaos he causes. He's illiterate. He quite literally shits his pants. He's fat, wrinkly, a sociopath, a whoremonger, a pedophile, and a racist. That's your king. That's your king. He's going after institutions of higher education because he cheated his way through college. He's always been a fucking idiot. That's your king. So now this whole white supremacist myth has become such a bottom-feeding virus that you can no longer claim to be the smartest in the room. You can no longer claim to be the most talented in the room. You can't claim to even be the prettiest in the room, despite what you're trying to do with Sydney Sweeney. And yet you still think you're at the top. Half of these Nazi rejects, their own children don't want to fuck with them and don't want to be associated with them. Brooke Hogan disowned her father because he is a racist imbecile. She wants no parts. She does not want to be associated with that man. Mary Trump literally wrote a book about how much of a piece of shit her uncle is, and how he was always a piece of shit, and that he's the only person that she knows personally in her 50 plus years of living that is incapable of change and growth. Robert Kennedy's family was like, don't vote for him. He's nuts. None of us like him. He's been nuts since we were kids. And this is your royal family. These are your people. That's not embarrassing. That's not embarrassing. Okay, now let's get to Sydney Sweeney. Sydney Sweeney is a cautionary tale of what happens when a woman who has no personality, no dignity, no self-worth attaches herself to the ever fluctuating energy of male attention. You attach the value of your personhood to whether or not white men specifically want to fuck you, do you know what's going to happen to you? Aside from becoming a pick-me and losing the respect of pretty much every self-loving woman you will ever meet in your life, you're going to become an object. One thing men have shown us they are really, really good at is using tools. And when you offer yourself up as a tool for them to use at their disposal, they're going to get their money's worth out of you. They're gonna use you till the wheels fall off. What's crazy is she's actually a really good actress. She's decent. If she really put her back into it, she could become one of the best as she ages, as she gets older. But you can tell that she doesn't think very highly of herself. I don't know if this is daddy issues, whatever. I'm not here to psychoanalyze her. I'm here to talk about the cultural impact. Instead of finding her value in style, in humor, in brains, instead of exploring who she is as a person, instead of just being a whole person, she's allowing these white men specifically, because that part is important, that demographic is important, the history of that demographic is important, specifically how they use white women, and they do use white women. She's allowing white men, regardless of what caliber they are, to prop her up as the standard of beauty. Okay? And she might think, oh, okay, this is fine. They just think I'm pretty, which means I'm better than other women, which means I'm getting that check. So she's selling soap infused with her bathwater. She's allowing herself to be put in these ads that are uncomfortably, inexplicably, inappropriately sexual. Ads that are just like targeted to like teenagers and shit. She's allowing herself to be used as this object of male sexual desire. And what she doesn't realize is that greater women than her have been put on that pedestal, and greater women than her have fallen as soon as they hit the age of 30. And she's not far off from 30. By the way, like, mind you, she is not that much younger than me. Not only is she turning herself into a sex symbol, a cum dumpster for some of the most vile men around who genuinely need their hard drives searched by the FBI, because those are the types of men who like Sydney Sweeney. She's allowing herself to become the poster for white supremacist eugenics. And what she doesn't realize is that when you count on men to be the purveyors of your value, you're standing on the plank of a sinking ship. Not just the sinking ship of male validation, but the sinking ship of white supremacy, which is dying, which is why they're freaking the fuck out and they're trying to reclaim their power and reclaim their time, but it's not gonna work. Because what they're doing, instead of making people love and respect them, they're just making people hate them. And now she's making people hate her. And if she had any fucking sense at all, she would jump ship before it gets pulled under by the tide of rising consciousness and cultural shifts. But she won't do that because she cares far too much about what white men think of her. But see, here's the kicker that white women don't really seem to understand, is that the type of white men that she's trying to attract, the type of white men whose attention she so desperately wants, she will never, ever, ever get their love, because they could never love what they see as inherently beneath them. They could use you. They could prop you up as a trophy, maybe their favorite toy, at worst their favorite victim, but you'll never be their equal, because those types of men don't believe in women being equal, even if it's a blonde-haired, blue-eyed woman. As soon as she stops being young, as soon as she stops being pretty, and as soon as she starts using her brain, her wisdom, her leadership, which, by the way, those men think are traits for white men alone, not white women, as soon as she steps outside of the box of what makes them comfortable, they're going to eat her alive. So she's just backed herself into a corner, because she's going to have to play this role for the rest of her life unless she wants to get thrown to the wolves, which are the very same people whose love she wants, by the way. They're trying to convince us with this ad that what we should aspire to is the attraction of white men, because they've become so uncomfortable about the extent to which we have decentered them, that they're trying to place themselves back in the center of everybody's consciousness, and it's not working because it's just coming across as a pathetic attempt to be relevant again. And they never will be, because the world is changing and they still can't accept that. And Sydney's dumbass has attached herself to that. This woman is a cautionary tale.
All right, hey, shalom, 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 shalom. First, I'll give honors to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kadash. Give honors to the elders, apostles, great millstone. Peace and salutations to all my fellow Akim, Aqua, out there that follow Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. But truth and sincerity, I like to say shalom. The title of this video is going to be called Esau, You're Done. White Supremacy Has Failed. That's probably the title, but I might have another title idea. But for right now, that's the title idea. But hey, man, Esau, you're done, man. Okay? You're completely finished. And sis right here, she broke it down.
No,
man.
white people personally, because
she broke it down. She broke it down, man. There was a lot of key things that she said that proved that you Edomites. In the scriptures, I'm gonna grab by scriptures. But, this sister not even the truth, and she already seen, the signs. Actually, just people, period, are seeing the signs that you Edomites are losing your power. Your white supremacy is failing. Blonde hair and blue eyes is no longer the beautiful look upon the world. Wearing a suit and tie is no longer the pinnacle of success and wealth. Okay? You Edomites have failed, man. You have failed. You built your kingdom on bloodshed. Now bloodshed shall be upon you, man. All right, and there's some key things that she said in this video that I'm going to grab some scriptures, all right, to connect what she was saying. All right, and may that sister repent. May she come to Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. But this is also double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, if I'm not said that. This is grab this real quick. Oh, Shalaki, Jake. I hate. There we go. This is Romans 9 and 13. Start at 12. Okay. And it was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger, right? Because Esau was the older brother and Jacob was the younger brother. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. So Esau, like she said in the video, that everybody hates white people. That's true. Even God hates white people. Even his chosen children have been humiliated, enslaved, and conquered, slaughtered, and killed by these Edomites, so-called white people. And let me say this. Not all white people are Edomites. Okay? A lot of y'all go back to Jake. But those that go back to Esau, Edom by their bloodline to their father, that's the type of white people I'm talking about. Edomites. Not you speckled bird Israelites. Okay? But you Edomites, you white people that go back to Esau, Edom, to your father's line, that's what I'm talking about. And that's what the scriptures are talking about. See, y'all lived in good pleasures. Y'all became the pinnacle of power and beauty, the standard beauty, the blonde hair and blue eyes, red hair and freckled skin. See, that's the shit. The 89 just that, but slick black hair. But then again, you got Edomites back then growing up. Edomites on the old days, they'll have slick back hair, but they will call the Latino tribes wetbacks or slicks. Because the Northern Kingdom actually had slick black hair, especially those Italians. All right, those Italians are Israelites as well. All right, the people that she named, she said, those Italians. I forgot the fucking actors. Robert De Niro and Scorsese. Those are Israelites. Or a lot of Italians go back to the Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom. But the point of the matter is that you Edomites, man, y'all been living good. Y'all ruled the world for a very long time. Now your power, your white supremacy is failing. Okay? Your women, hey, your women don't even want Brad. She wants a Tyrone. Okay? Your men are becoming sodomites and incels, man.
Turning the white race back to their natural place at the top of the food chain where they're feared and revered, but all I'm seeing is how much they're fucking hated. Trump is an
right, and she made a good point. Okay, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. Even the Most High hates this devil. And they're not the top of the food chain. The only temporary because they were blessed with the sword. Okay. Let me grab this real quick. The true people that are supposed to be top of the food chain, the top of man, the pinnacle of man is the Israelites, so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. This is Deuteronomy 7:6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Right. So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and Seminole Indians. Those are the people that the Most High love, that care for. The Cubans, so-called Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, Seminole Indians, Native Americans, are North Indigenous people of North America, African Americans, Haitians, Jamaicans, West Indies, and Caribbean Islanders. That's the people that the Lord loves, man. And even those people that are scattered amongst the other nations, and they even look like the other nations. That's Israel. Okay? So Jacob is the Lord's precious jewel, the precious people, not Esau. Okay? Here it is, Esau, he destroyed everything, man. How the fuck is this man is the Lord's favorite people and he destroys everything? He painted the Most High and his son white. Let me see. This is First Maccabees 3:48. Okay, and they opened the book of the law, wherein the heathen has sought to paint the likeness of their images. Right? They painted the Most High, his children. Okay, the angels as blonde hair and blue-eyed white people, man. The God of the Israelites, the God that created everything, the so-called white man. And not just that, not just iconoclasm, they took the identity of the chosen people, call themselves Jews. And then 1948, they claimed that land. They call themselves Jews. They call themselves Levi. They call themselves Benjamin. But where's the other 9 tribes at? Where's the northern kingdom? Why is there still war going on throughout the world? Why are people starving, dying, and getting killed? That shows you that these are not the chosen people of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. Why are you bombing? And even they're still heathens, but why are you bombing Palestine? See? And then when something happens, you play victim. You Amalekites. So all you Edomites, y'all are losing, man.
international embarrassment.
And she made a good point that you white people, y'all the most hated people on the planet, man. Okay, you are the most hated people on the planet. Y'all have destroyed and conquered and destroyed all forms of life and civilizations and cultures, man. And the main people that you brought the most hell is the nation of Israel. Okay. Where's that scripture? The house of Judah actually oppressed together. Judah and the house of Israel. Captivity. Actually, I'm going to find that scripture. Give me 1 second. The house of Israel shall be oppressed together. Yep, Jeremiah 50. I know it was in Jeremiah. I just want to see which one, which chapter. That's all. Jeremiah 50 and 33. And thus saith the Lord of hosts, the king, thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and then it says, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. Right, you can't even let us go, man. Okay, Israel and Judah, the house of Judah are the so-called Negroes. All right, so-called Caribbean Islanders and Haitians, so-called African Americans, Caribbean Islanders, like Jamaicans, Trinidadians, what's another one? Guyana and Haitians, man. That's the house of Israel. I mean, that's like the house of Judah. All right, the Negroid tribes in the Northern Kingdom are the Latino, Native American, and Seminole Indian tribes. Shalaki about that. So this is yeah, I grabbed that scripture. Right, like back to I was saying, that caught my train of thought. But yeah, man, you white people, y'all have slaves. Not even just that, God's chosen people. Actually, that's the scripture I was looking for. Right, this is an eagle. Let me see, a nation, eagle. Right, this is Deuteronomy 28 and 49. The Lord shall bring a nation amongst thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth. A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. That nation is the Edomites. Okay, because their symbol is the representation of the eagle. Okay, wherever Esau rules, he'll put up the symbol of the eagle. American eagle, the German eagle, the French eagle, the Roman eagle, the Greek eagle, the Nazi eagle, the Edomites. That's how our symbol is the symbol of the lion. Their symbol is the eagle. Okay, and you could tell when a person is ruling when their symbol is on every flag on the planet, man. And the tongue thou shalt not understand. Right, when it was gathering the Northern Kingdom, actually while they was going to Africa and gathering the Southern Kingdom couldn't understand English or Dutch or French or Portuguese. So, hey, man, these are the Edomites, man, and they're falling.
Okay. Billions of people are waiting for this man to die, actively to be dead, so that we no longer have to be subjected to the filth he spreads and the chaos he causes. He's illiterate. He quite literally shits his pants. He's fat, wrinkly, a sociopath, a whoremonger, a pedophile, and a racist.
And that's the king of the Edomites, DJ Trump. Okay. Actually, thy king is a child, KJV. Yeah, this is Ecclesiastes 10 and 16. It says, woe to thee, O land, when thy king is a child and thy princes eat in the morning. Right. The American president is like unto a child. He's just a bratty kid. When things don't go his way, when things don't go Esau's way, he acts like a fucking child. He's a man child. All right, like how you read these stories and articles, incidents where something happens in the cubicle or these office jobs, an Edomite would walk in there with an AK-47 and shoot everybody up. Damn, what did everybody do? What did the janitor do? You know, this Edomite is a fucking devil, man. He'll kill everybody in himself. Because it's like, if I can't have it, no one can type mentality. And that's how these Edomites thrive. And the main Edomite is DJ Trump. And he's just a mascot of the elites. He's just doing what the elites tell him to do. But she made a good point. He is all those things rolled up in one, because that's what Edomites are. They are racist. They are PDF files. They are child lovers. And they're the basis of men. Okay? This is Daniel 4:17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and that demand by the word of the Holy One, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth to whomsoever he will, and he set up over the basis of men, and that is the Edomites. They're the most defilest, the most nastiest, the most evil, the most wicked, the most perverted, the most disgusting, the most just wild, animalistic people on the planet. Okay? They are just wild, man. A wild fucking people. And their children are like unto fools. That's what Job said, children. Right, this is Job 30. And, I'm sorry, 1. But now, it says, now they are younger than I have me in derision, for whose father, who I would disdain to have set with the dogs of my flock. Right, Job don't even want his dogs near Edomites, man. Because you know how these Edomites do to their dogs, man. They will try to sexually touch them and do all types of shit, man. Dress up as a dog just to lay with their dog. It's just some weird ass shit, man. It says, yea, it says, word too, might the strength of their hand profits me, in whom old age was perished. For want and famished they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness in former time, desolate and waste. Who cut up mallows by the bush and juniper roots for their meat. Right, because Esau used to live like a caveman. He would eat roots. Okay? Roots of a tree. That was giving him the nutrition that he needed. That's why he's called the Caucasian. Cave dweller. All right, German scientists created that name Caucasian. They are Caucasians. That means cave dweller. Because they came from the Caucasus Mountains when the Moors was ruling Europe for 1,000 years. And even before their time of the Grecians and the Romans, they were wild people too, even in Job's time. 4, who cut up mallow by the bush and juniper for their meat. They were driven forth from among men. They cried after him as after a thief, right? They were driven amongst normal people. And they didn't have proper language. They had like a barbaric way of life. You know how you watch the Flintstones or these TV shows when they show you cavemen? They be like, that's how Edomites used to talk. They were barbaric animal people, man. To dwell in the cliffs of the valleys and the caves of the earth and the rocks, right? That's where you got that archetype, that character, the Neanderthal, okay? Homo erectus. Those are the Edomites that used to live when we was in the ancient days, man. Amongst the bush, they prayed. Under the nettles, they were gathered together. They're children of fools. Yea, children of base men. They were violent than the earth, right? These Edomites, especially these younger Edomites, man. They're violent than the earth, man. They do the most nastiest, disgusting, diabolical shit that you can't even think of, man. They'll eat feces. They'll like to marinate on each other. They like to jack off. All types of nasty shit, man. They were violent than the earth. Esau is so dirty that Esau make a fucking boar or a pig look clean, man. Yeah, I'm not advocating brothers to eat a pig, but I'm saying how a pig maneuvers. A pig is more acceptable than a fucking Edomite, man. Okay? A bug is more acceptable than than the Edomite, because all creatures of life that was created by Yahweh Hashem Yahushua are righteous, and they're doing what they're told, how they're programmed through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. But this man Esau Edom, he's opposite. He's the deviant. He's a barbaric pariah, man. Okay. Let me go skip down to 18. Let me see. Yeah. So basically, yeah, these Edomites, man, they're the base of wickedness. All right, the border of wickedness. That's the term. That's the term I was looking for. The border of wickedness, and they're falling. Okay, Obadiah 1:1. The vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord. Concerning Edom, we have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Make sure my microphone is on. Okay. Small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. Right. You Edomites think y'all the most populated, the most fertile, the most outnumbered people on the planet, which y'all not. Y'all are small amongst all the nations. Even Elam is more outnumbered than you, man. And India is a fucking shithole, man. I can't wait in the kingdom. I'm gonna have all these Elamite and Esau Edom slaves, man. But you Edomites, y'all are not the top tier people on the planet, man. The top tier people on the planet are the Israelites, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, West Indies, and Haitians. And starting with our king Yahweh Shai, he's gonna be the top tier man with the 144,000 in the elect in the kingdom. Y'all ain't gonna be shit. Y'all just gonna be workers. Okay? In the kingdom, man, a fucking cockroach is gonna have more right than you, man. All you Edomites ain't gonna have shit. This is the best it's ever gonna get for you Edomites, man. Your Disney World. Hey, a brother in Chicago made a video on how Disney World was built on bloodshed, which I'm not surprised. And it was set in Florida. Okay? And what was the home of Florida? Who before you Edomites came, who inhabited Florida the most? The Reubenites, man. I won't be surprised. I won't be surprised that them plantations were filled with Judites, Reubenites, and Gadites, man. And Levites. And I was in fucking Disney World like a couple of months ago with my family, man. Walking on a fucking the amusement park, not knowing that underneath this is bodies of Reubenites and Gadites, man. And Judites. So you Edomites, man, you're fucking done, man. This is the best it's ever gonna get for you. Enjoy all fucking orgies, your parties, your scotch, your NFL football games. Enjoy your fucking life, man, because the next life you ain't gonna be shit, nothing, but just be a slave, man. A fucking slave. That's what you're gonna be. You Edomites, you so-called white people, man, y'all gonna be nothing but slaves, man. No rights. This is Obadiah 3:1-3. The pride of thy heart hath deceived thee. Thou dwellest in the cliffs of the rocks, whose habitation is high. That saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Right. Okay. His habitation is high, and he dwelleth in the cliffs of the rocks. The Edomites, man, they built they built these big ass skyscrapers, because they're like unto the eagle. The eagle flies the highest. So Esau, as the eagle, he builds the highest. And he says in his heart, he's going to bring me down. That's who's going to bring him down is Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. The Israelites, so-called black, Hispanics, Native American men, and Seminole Indian men. But mainly a so-called black man. Y'all think y'all afraid of a black man at y'all job? Imagine an extraterrestrial black man with a fleet of chariots, man. Destroying your whole fucking shitty-ass kingdom, man. This is 4. It says, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, right? It says, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence I'll bring thee down, saith the Lord. So the Lord is going to bring you Edomites down, man. Okay. All right, this is going down to 10. For this says, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob shall Yep, it says, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. Right, you Edomites going to be cut off forever, man. Y'all done. You Edomites are done, man. Shalom.